Hey, are you a demon or a demon worshipper? Answer me. The voice seems to have left my mind. I don't hear anything any longer except the crowd's cheers. What on perm are you babbling about? I must have knocked you silly. I can do this on my own. Nothing wrong with a little power. We're evil. So, the power of the Unbound is worth a shot. I close my eyes trying to focus my energy. It doesn't actually seem like anything's happening though, and Torrin has begun to charge towards me. Wait, gah! Instinctively, I find myself dropping to the ground, sliding underneath his legs and unleashing a kick to his back that sends him stumbling. What? How did you? Impossible! With not a moment to lose, I get to my feet. When he turns around, I hit him with a barrage of punches that cause him to stagger, but I didn't remember learning this move. Everything's going all hazy. I have to... So, you've decided to show your true colours. Fine then, no more kidding around. Who said I was kidding? Now let's see how good that cloak looks with your blood all over it. What are you talking about? Gah! Summoning strangely superhuman strength, I grab Torrin by the arms and throw his incredible bulk into the air. As he falls, I deliver a crushing straight kick that sends him flying over the wall as if he had been hit by a metal piston. How? Is this true power of the forbidden art? It's not forbidden anymore. That was an incredible move, Dougal. You haven't seen anything yet. Get ready to meet your maker. No, I will not lose to one who wields this dark power so readily. I must not allow you to triumph. Uh-oh. Ah! Torrin takes out his axes, swinging them at me with full power and snapping me out of my reverie. It's clear now that the fight has truly begun. Fool, you will rue the day you entered a combat with me. Time out! Basil. Suddenly, a loud voice causes both of us to glance over to the statue where Basil is standing. It looks like he means business. You're not supposed to use weapons in this battle. That means you're disqualified. It does not matter. This is a duel to the death. Would you get a hold of yourself, you big baby? God, this cannot be! How could I have been bested by a mere human? That's what you get for picking a fight with me in the first place. I see Basil walking over as the crowd begins to disperse. He pats Torrin on the back with a grin on his face. Well, everyone has a bad day sometimes. It was a travesty. I should have known that injury would never truly heal. Injury? He must have heard how I defended the town. Yes, it was not a one-sided battle. He pulls up his trouser leg, revealing his massive scar across his leg. I'm surprised he could even walk with such an injury, much less fight me. So this was only a tiny bit of his former strength. You and me, we're relics from another age. Sometimes you can't just go back to the things the way were. How is that supposed to make me feel any better? Maybe it's because if we don't go back. Maybe it's better if we don't go back. Sometimes nostalgia can make the wars of the past look glorious when they were really just bloodbaths. You were right. I'd forgotten why I decided to fight in the first place. Why did you become a warrior, Torrin? It was my only choice. I had nowhere else to go. A rival clan burned my village to the ground and I fled to a fighting dojo. I wanted revenge, but Sensei told me that such things were futile in the end. No, the reason they fought was not to become the strongest and seek vengeance or power. Such things are empty victories, and one is left unfulfilled and lusting for more blood. They were defenders of their art. They sought not bloodlust, but stability. Did they ever find it? Perhaps. I have long forgotten where the dojo resides, but as long as their teachings live on, it does not matter. How quaint. 47 chaos? 49 chaos. What if they got destroyed, just like everyone else? Do you really think that not defending yourselves will accomplish anything? Only fools seek vengeance in the name of self-defense. Violence begets more violence. Not if you wipe them off the face of the planet first. Do you really think that if humans and Ferens were destroyed, things would change? Is that a better answer than trying to change ourselves? We can't change ourselves. Fear is the only motivator for our existence, not enlightenment. Maybe I can still instill some fear into you. Enough blabbering, you one Dougal, and that means you get to ask me whatever you want, but first a victory drink. Victory drink? You're going to foot the bill, right? Of course I will. I'll meet you in the tavern. Grr, fine. I have better things to worry about than this. Hopefully I will not have to see you again soon. And hopefully I can finish this challenge before I run out of money. Torrin stomps off, commanding the rest of the guard to break up and return to their posts around the walls. I see Nira running towards me, a grin on her face. Wow, that was amazing! I can't believe you'd beat Torrin. I didn't think anyone could beat him in a fight except maybe Faye. If Faye wanted a fight, that is. It's strange, I've never actually considered why Faye happened to be a saber cat. I was thinking about the fact that the monster resembled Faye, but perhaps I should have been asking the opposite question. Why Faye resembled the monster? Nira, you didn't see anything suspicious while you were playing with Faye, did you? No, not really. You think something's wrong with Faye? It's just that, well, there are two saber cats in this town, and both of them are somehow tied to Magistus. Two saber cats, but I thought you only knew about the other one. Other one? What other one? I mean the real one. He protects the town. Protects the town. Dougal? You don't think that that is the monster, do you? I don't tell anyone about him because I don't want Dad to get angry, but he's nice, I swear. He only hurts bad guys. Step back a little bit and tell me everything you know. When did you see it first? When did you see the saber cat? For the first time? It was long ago, at least a few months. One day I was picking out hot breeze in the Greenborough Grove and I just saw him in front of me. It was right there. Did it do anything? No, he just left, but then I started hearing about how some of the people in town got hurt. So you think it's connected? Yeah, but I know it's not bad. He didn't want to hurt me at all. I bet Jeffrey would have a heart attack if he knew about this. I know you saw the monster, but was there anything else going on that was strange? Well, no, not really. I mean, what does strange mean? Anything at all. Well, there was an airship that came around then. Every month there's this big ship that comes in from the capital, and I think it's because all the caravans come here to pick up all the goods. Could that be the ship that Magistus rode on in? I'm not really sure who was on it, but I do remember the old priestess leaving because she got promoted real fast. Promoted? I didn't even realise that could happen to someone from this town. Yeah, they said she was really good at praying and stuff, so she became a high priestess in Sanctum. I think I can guess who her replacement was. Dirk came here too, because I remember that Vosky wanted a farmhand, and there was this guy with a weird green cloak who looked really angry, and Maya got this creative thingies, and I don't really remember anything else. Well, at least there's something going on. Why do you think it defends the town? How are you sure that it protects the town? I ask the people around whenever something happens, but they all say that it's like a ghost. The ghost of Eisenbar. Yeah, that's exactly what they said, but I saw it again and it was definitely the saber cat. No, I guess you have nothing better to do than spy on people all the time. But I swear, I saw it came out of nowhere. It was so weird. A being that can phase in and out of reality. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Dougal? Yep, it's pretty clear what this ghost really is now. But if that's the case, then who's controlling it? Who's controlling it? Lamia? Who else is left? Oh, fuck knows. That'll be all. That's all we need to know for now. You should probably get a move on before it gets too late. Okay. So, this saber cat attacking the town, could it be the familiar of some vigilante like the Golden Knight? Nope, too obvious. It's got to be someone we know. Killing a familiar kills its master as well. If one of the alchemists managed to destroy it, perhaps he would be able to carry out a covert assassination. But Magistus has no reason to kill anyone in town. He came here fairly recently, right? Not to mention that Faye looks like a saber cat. What if the saber cat wasn't someone else's familiar? What if it was Magistus's familiar? But that's crazy. Why would he want us to kill his own familiar? He doesn't seem like the kind of man who would commit suicide. What if he never intended us to kill it? Perhaps he just didn't want us to hold back. Well, it suddenly makes sense. On the other hand, that doesn't get us any closer to finding it. Oh, but it does. If we tune the tracking device to the correct frequency, it should be able to detect the wave created when a familiar enters and exits this world. How the heck do you know that? I have no idea, but I must have known a fair bit about familiars to have that floating around in my head. Goddess knows what you are floating around in there, Isaac. We should probably hurry up and find Barzul before he decides to ditch us. I walked from the town square into the commercial district, heading towards the tavern, but halfway there I'm forced to stop as I witness a distressing spectacle. An angry mob of townspeople have kicked dust into the air as they angrily prodded Edward and a group of other guards with makeshift weapons and torches. What do you want me to do, bloody idiots? Fight the monster, not me! You incompetents! Kill the monster already! Why the hell do we pay you our taxes? Okay, so what we have here is a load of people who aren't very clever. They don't understand how these things work. We pay you money, why can't you kill it yet? Money solves everything! I'm not so sure of that. Yeah, burn them to a crisp! Sir, we're surrounded. Do you really think they plan to go through with this? We're gonna have to fight our way out and get back up. But so what about the townspeople? Screw them! This isn't any better than what an Imperial army would do in this situation. Damn, where did Torrin go anyway? Who cares about Torrin? I'm your superior, now follow my orders. Dougal, is there any way we can intervene? Unless you want me to use you as a cudgel. No, there isn't. You're an alchemist! Figure something out! It's not my problem. Don't you know what happened the last time we got involved in something like this? Run out of town. Yes, right. Even if I did use alchemy, it would only make Edward and the crowd more pissed. Suddenly I flinch as I hear a tremendous roar. Could it be the monster making an appearance here? This does not sound good at all. Ah, the monster! These monsters can't even keep it from coming over here! Run for your lives! I tried to shield myself, almost consumed in the stampede of the crowd, runs in the opposite direction. The ground shakes with their harried footsteps as I slowly make out the massive form behind the cloud of dust. What the bloody hell? How are we supposed to kill that? It's frigging huge. Don't hit me, I surrender. Get back here, you filthy coward. Damn, I'm not going to let you attack the townspeople. This monster doesn't look anything like a saber cat, but I've definitely seen it before. Oh boy, this might not turn out well. As Edward reaches for his pistol, I quickly try to intervene. Edward, don't attack it! Dougal, why? Don't tell me you had something to do with this. No, it's a familiar. Cra! Cra, cra. Please tell me you didn't lose for good this time. Didn't get loose for good this time. Hey, Edward! I see some people running towards us from behind the familiar. One is brown in colour and the other has a signature red hair. Well, spit on my shoes. I didn't think I could do it, but I did. What the hell are you talking about? Get away from there before I bite your head off. Please calm down, everyone. This folk reg is in fact a familiar. I'm not sure how to break it to you, but it's my familiar, Edwards. He's following my orders. Your what? Tell me this is some sick prank. Well, you see, I was kind of hiding the fact that I was an alchemist. You were an alchemist? How did you... Where did you... I figured it out about 10 years ago, but after that happened, I just couldn't tell you about it. I can't believe it. How can this be? Look, Edward, you can't do this anymore. Alchemists aren't evil, they're good people. Kimka showed me how to control him. Don't tell me you're one too, Dougal. I should have known you would have tried to worm your way into my life. We mean you no harm, get a hold of yourself. If we say we mean you no harm, he'll just be like, grr, 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 grr. Stop acting like a baby, Edward. I thought you were in the town guard. What does that matter? You of all people should see that every alchemist isn't out to kill you. We have better things to do with our time than deal with idiots. I push Edwards for good measure, sending him stumbling backwards. He needs a little kick in the trousers to get his attention. You trying to start a fight, tough guy? I don't know who that guy was that cheated your father, but are you going to let him win by turning away any alchemist who so much as talks to you? That just means you're weak. Best not to take any chances. It's clear your little plan didn't work. Just ask the sister you left out in the cold. Edward, don't blame yourself. I know this was the hardest for you out of anyone. It's not that. It's not just that. I notice Nibble seems to be getting antsy. He lunges forward, straight for Edward. I sincerely hope that Cerise has managed to rein in her familiar as much as she said she did. Edward, look out! What bloody hell? Oh, licking him. Nibbles begins to lick Edwards with his tongue, causing him to cower in fear. That's certainly not something you see every day. Ah, Nibbles, you're such a kidder. Cerise, tell it to go back wherever it came from and get off of me. Oh, come on, Edward, don't you want to play with him? No, this is just enough alchemy for one day. Get away from me. I sincerely hope that ritual taught her will have as strong an effect with a human familiar as it does with a Ferran one. You mean it wasn't tested on humans? Correction, now it has been tested on humans. Alright, Nibbles, you can come on back now. Please, Cerise, you must go practice some more. I would not strain your abilities at this time. Alright, fine. As long as Nibbles doesn't get loose again, I'm open to anything. See you, Edward! Wait, Cerise, come back! There's still things I'd like to ask! Edward, hold on for a second. I need your help with something. What's this paper? I'm looking for some parts for clockwork, and I felt that you'd be, like, the best person to ask. Oh, this is mighty strange, but I might have some lying around. A good gunsmith is always well equipped, but you'd better be prepared to pay a hefty price. Tell me if you find them. Money is no object. If it's coming from Zoltan's pocket, that is. By the goddess, I have to catch up with my idiot sister. Damn alchemists. Please tell me the monster won't be this large. I really hope not. Edward runs to follow them back to the blacksmith's. I have a feeling this isn't over, but for now I have to catch up with Barzul. I may have severely strained my welcome with this unforeseen delay. We got to the tavern in a moment. That is quite something. I am impressed. Entering the tavern, I notice Barzul with a large drained pitcher of beer having a chat with the barkeep. They seem to be so into conversation they're just seem to impolite intervene. I can barely hear snippets of it over the cacophony. He's probably trying to sleep with her.